Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Trails to Azure. We are of course at our Makaba and we are, well, flying through the air, ready to get to our next destination, which is going to be near Mainz. But before we do that, there are a couple of things I want to do, at least try. And that is talk to everyone on the ship and then go to America Village and St. Ursula and see if certain texts have changed. I'm assuming Ursula will be, because we have Rixia with us. Yes, she will not see Ilya, but going there might at least trigger something. And you know me, we like to discover as many texts as we can. And who knows, maybe some hidden stuff as well. So that's what we're going to start off with today. If we done that, or if we discover there are no changes in texts in America Village and St. Ursula, then of course we'll head over to Mainz and whatever we can find there. And more importantly, whoever we can find there. Ah, so Noe really is sticking with CDF, huh? Even though she knows that means fighting against us. Last I spoke to her, yes. Her resolve is as firm as steel. Even now, I'm not sure what made Noel so set on taking that path. It feels like there's more to it than just this recent string of events. You're probably right. If I had to guess, it all comes to our dad passing away when we were kids. He was hit by a misfire during a Republican army training drill at the eastern border. What? You're telling me that the accident your father passed away in 10 years ago? Well, I was still little at the time, so I don't have all the details straight, but from what they told us, a stray bullet from Republican army exercise struck my dad by mistake when he was on guard duty. That's terrible. Well, given Crossbell's situation though, there was no way to really push his death as a major issue. In the end, it was swept under the rug as just another accident. Our mom was heartbroken, but she ultimately accepted it as part of the risk that came with the job. Which is not entirely wrong. It's just the fact that it was during a training exercise an accident that something like that happened, that it may be less easy to move on from that. But Noe, I don't think she ever did. It probably still haunts her even after all this time. You might be right, Fran. I feel like I have a better understanding of why Noel is so determined to protect Crossbell now. Sorry about all this, I didn't mean to bring down the room. Noe may not be with them, but there are still members of the CGF who oppose the new Crossbell Defense Force. Meeting up with them and securing their cooperation should be our top priority. Yeah, you're absolutely right. We'll be counting on you to back us up out there, Fran. You got it. I'll do everything I can. Yeah, right now we need allies. Even if it's just to move around the entire place. Alright, let's check the others. I spotted Rixia on deck. Seems to have her head in the clouds a bit. Arkansas, Heyu, her duty at Jin. I'm sure the girl has a lot on her mind. Want to go out there and lend her an ear? Maybe give her some advice? You never know. You may just raise a romantic flag or two. I have no idea what you're talking about. What kind of ulterior motive do you think I have? Yes, goes for us. He got Ellie, no one else. At any rate, you would never know a girl like Rixia was Jin if not for that getup. Her real personality is so plain and unassuming, he might even call it a natural camouflage. Well, Ilya's finally regained consciousness. I couldn't be more thrilled about that. It's not too late, Rixia. When you're ready to face her face to face, just say the word. I promise we'll find the time to head back to St. Ursula the moment you do. Thank you, Lloyd. I appreciate the concern. But right now, my focus is on liberating Crossbell City and the rest of Arkansas. There's still work to be done before I can proudly stand in front of Ilya and tell her the truth. Fair enough. That's all the more reason to free the city as quickly as we can. And when we do, I know you'll be able to face Ilya with your head held high. I intend to give my very best for everybody who's counting on us. Kia and Ilya included. You with me, Rixia? Of course. I wouldn't have it any other way. I learned of the resistance locations through the intel I intercepted from the defense force while I was hiding out at the ancient battlefield. Thinking back on that reminds me, I'm still indebted to Heyu in more ways than one. It's a shame that my contract with them couldn't have been voided on a more amiable term. Someday I'll make sure to repay Tsao and his people for everything they've done for me. Yeah, but like I said in the last episode, the fact that he just null and void her contract like that... Yes, there's probably some ulterior motive and thought behind it, but considering who they are, it is actually kinda nice. Alright, let's report some extra. We should at least be able to get to second class, right? I even heard rumors about the legendary Shansu Yin. Is it true though? She was actually that girl all along? Oh, this world is really full of surprises. Then again, I bet you were just as shocked to learn that Father Wazzy is a man of the cloth. That is indeed true. Very shocking. Alright, I think the battle scopes get a few back. Also, I did some grinding in between episodes. Mainly, I just walked over the ancient battlefield, and the monsters are so easy that we can just shoot them down with Theo's beam. And with it, I got some extra sepith. So at a later point, when we decide on, well, if we get access to certain stores, we can exchange this for money to buy a few accessories we need to even everybody's stats out in that way. Everything we have left from after that will be used to upgrade our quartz, of course. Heading down to the mountain path reminds me that your former pack is located there. Are they divine wolves too? No, they are only ordinary wolves. Even so, I consider them my kith and kin. They and their ancestors have followed me for generations, ever since Ursula walked this soil. So they are family like you. It's no wonder you were able to intimidate Ravash's warhound so easily back when we first met. Do you suppose your pack is still alright? There's no need to fret. I made sure to give them detailed instructions before my departure. I imagine they're watching things unfold from a safe distance even as we speak. My pack has been watching over Crossbell since the days when Ursula walked its soil, so rest assured, they're likely monitoring the current situation as we speak. I wonder what Side's former pack is doing right now. It would be reassuring to have them on our side as well. So if they are in the mountain, is there a place we can go to meet with them? And maybe use Side to maybe get them on our side as well? Because some extra troops in the form of warhounds might not be a bad thing. Well, it takes conviction to rise up against a giant organization like Crossbell Defense Force. Turning on your comrades is tough enough, and they probably don't even have a proper supply chain. I don't know who's leading them, but they sure must have one unshakable spirit. Again, that does give me like Randy vibes, but it could be anyone from the CGF, let's be honest. It could be either one of the gate's commanders on either side, Tarmgrim Gate or Belgar Gate. Both of them, if they decide not to follow the CDF, would be ex-CGF members, right? Still, I'm hoping for Randy. Anything to open up? It's not too bad. It's not too expensive. We can definitely do that. Yeah, none of the big single name ones is here. It's probably only acquirable through extra means like chest bosses and that kind of stuff. But yes, this will keep for later. Alright, let's head down. And I think if we adjust the accessories of Wazzy, some of its quartz and stuff like that, I think we can make him even more powerful than he is right now. Or at least I'm hoping for that. Alright, so we have the ancient battlefield here, so let's go to America Village and check it out there first. Because this is the highest chance that the text will still be the same, but I still want to check them out. That eerie blue grass started blooming in the lotus fields a few weeks ago. It seems to be affecting the growth of the flowers, so I'd really like to weed it all out. But no matter how many times you pull it out from the ground, it just grows right back. Okay, so this one is still the same. Let's pick someone else in the village for a confirmation. Thanks to the traffic restriction on the highway, almost no cars or buses come here anymore. Sure, the Defense Force armored cars that pass by are cool, but I'm getting tired of seeing them. I'd be on the road right now myself if it weren't for those cryptids. Just how long are these driverless days gonna drag on? Alright, so we have two ends of the area, both with still the same text, so I'm gonna assume that all is still the same. So let's head back on the Merkaba and check out St. Ursula. And even if the text inside is still the same, I expect Rixia at least to respond to the fact that we're trying to get there. Without the Defense Force protection, ambulance can safely travel to or from the hospital. It's not an ideal situation. Between the cryptids on the highway and the CDF restrictions, we're really in a bind here. I wish that they'd spare a few more soldiers for escort duty, at the very least. My apologies, but I'll stay here while you're inside the hospital. We understand. See you soon. And which is fine. Personally speaking, I support you and your allies of the Defense Force and the President. Good luck, everyone, and please stay safe out there. If nothing else, try not to cause Cecile too much worry, okay? Alright, let's... I mainly want to focus on finding Cecile, Ilya, and Donovan. She's not sitting here, so I'm guessing she's back at work. Well, we've been helping out around here, all the while praying that Lady Ida recovers faster, even if it's just for one day. The superintendent really knows how to pile on the work, but if it's for Lady Ida's sake, then I say, bring it on. Alright, so I'm guessing these are all still the same. So we can find Ilya, Cecile, and Donovan. We can check them. Like, this is a little bit different, so that's good. Oh, what are you doing, Cerrone? This shit will never try if you pile them up on top of each other like that. Seriously, you should know better by now. How many years have you been doing this again? Let me think. We've been working together for 1, 2... It was a rhetorical question. Now knock it off and hang these out to dry the way you're supposed to. Isn't Maifa just the best? Somehow I'm thinking she's doing it just to make Maifa feel better. Huh. Interesting, because the cleaners aren't here either. Because normally, the last time we were here, she was checking the female floor. Oh, thank goodness Portia and Tep are here to help clean the dorms and deliver meals to the patients. It would make future me's life heck a lot easier if they decide to just work here permanently. I don't know if that's gonna work out like that, but you can definitely hope for it. Alright, so there are some little things that are different and some things are the same. Well, if some things are the same and some things are different, then we are consider everything to be different. They haven't been able to conduct half as many in-lecture experiments over at the research ward these days. With nothing coming in from Emeferia and travel restrictions keeping them from collecting samples themselves, there's just not enough to go around. At this rate, it's only going to become more and more difficult for the residents to get any proper studying done. Yeah, but it is a unique situation. So, in short, they just need to deal. Oh, the worst repercussion of Crossbell cutting diplomatic ties is that the hospital was lost its partnership with Emeferia. The president does have a large stockpile of medical supplies prepared in case of emergency, but that's hardly a solution. For one thing, prescriptions are supposed to be given according to each individual condition and constitution. Each patient is unique. It's going to be difficult to handle every case with the narrow selection of pharmaceuticals the president has stored. Frankly, I'm not sure how we should tackle the situation. We're going to have to think of alternatives. Yeah, it's a unique situation. It may sound harsh, but you just gotta deal. Oh, I wonder how Shizuku has been. Hopefully she's doing alright. Agreed. Kia has been worried about her as well. Both of them should be at Orca's tower at this point. They might even manage to meet up. Kia could probably use her friend right now. Don't you worry, Lloyd. With any luck, it won't be long before the SSS is back together. Easier said than done. We've got a tough road ahead of us. Yeah, we want to bring Kia back. We're going to need the combined strength of every single one of us. So no matter how hard things get, I won't rest until our team is whole again. I know for a fact that you can do it. Now get out of here and find them. I'll be praying to the goddess on your behalf. Thanks, Cecile. Hearing that makes me feel stronger already. She truly does have your blood, Ursula. Is something wrong, Zide? No, not at all. I was just simply lost in thought. And there it is. If we wanted any more clear confirmation, yes, Cecile is Ursula's descendant. Oh, Dr. Salin said he doesn't know whether I'll be able to walk again. But as long as I have more than a 0% chance, that's reason enough to keep up the faith. Besides, it's just like I said, people will do whatever it takes to fight for what matters most to them. We did manage to pass on Ilia's message, but I think it's gonna be a while before Rixia's ready to see her. As much as I hate to do this, it would be best not to mention anything about Rixia right now. I get that. I don't know if I would personally make the same choice, but let's go by Lloyd in this one. Oh, I was visiting Donnie the day Mr. Quad took office as president, and I've been stuck here ever since. The application process to receive passage to and from the city is just too much of a hassle. Besides, it's not often I get a chance to spend some quality time with my hobby like this. You can't blame me for wanting to take it. Sad as it is, I don't think I'm in any condition to rejoin the force right now. Not until I give my body the rest it needs. I'll just have to put my faith in Raymond, Sergei and the rest until I'm fit to leave. Yeah, I think that may be the best. Still an empty room. Not that I've spoken to her directly, but seeing Ilia's commitment towards her recovery has really helped me lift my spirits. I'll be sure to tell everyone back in the city about how hard Ilia's fighting when I finally get home. That would be great, because for one, people that didn't know can hear that she's awake again and on the road of recovery, no matter what that recovery is. Oh, what good will complaining do? I could march right up to the president's desk and it wouldn't change anything. This is time to dig deep and endure. That's what we Crossbellans are best at. Endure a shitty situation instead of changing it. I agree part ways, not everything. Formally, the hospital does still have the support of President Kwa. That doesn't stop panic from spreading among all the patients who are still here, however. True enough, even ambulances aren't exempt from travel restrictions. I hope I haven't been contributing to passing the anxiety on to our patients, being the only resident and all. Under these circumstances, I feel they'd be disquieted no matter how experienced their attending physician was. Regardless, be mindful and considerate of the patients. Try to reassure them however you can. Oh, I'm sure that is one thing he'll definitely do. Inspector Donovan's recovery is progressing well, so with any luck, he should get discharged soon. Edie, on the other hand, might never fully recover, no matter how intense her rehabilitation is. I hope she does, though. If anyone can make a grand comeback, you know it's her. Yeah, and I have faith. Faith that she'll recover. Oh, people are only permitted to leave the city to visit the hospital if they're suffering from severe injury or illness. It bothers me to no end, as such a policy doesn't take into account any ailments that require professional diagnosis. Not everything can be seen at a quick glance. Oh, I shudder to think how horrible it would be to lose a patient we could have saved, had they just been allowed to come here sooner. Yeah, but let's just consider this entire time more like a wartime error. Like, it is what it is. Like, not everybody can get the help, and it's not your fault. I was lucky enough to have my travel application approved, so I can finally return home. Too bad it still takes a while. I'll need to wait for the defense force to come escort me. Man, how patient do they expect me to be? I want to go home already. Yeah, I get the feeling. I do. Sadly, Ilya Placier hasn't shown any signs of making a full recovery yet, but I'm sure he'll be fine. St. Ursula employs the best medical professionals on the continent. It may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, but if anyone can help Ilya recover, it's the doctors at St. Ursula. And of course, her indomitable spirit, because that is something she definitely has. If you're wondering about the current flow of information in this state, it is not good. We barely hear anything from the city. We're notified of emergencies every now and again, but with all these restrictions, our response time is going to suffer. These circumstances couldn't be worse. Oh, earlier we spoke with the defense force about having them deliver prescriptions to our patients who can no longer commute. But there are far too many of them. We couldn't possibly arrange for each and every one. There's only so much we can do. I've been wondering, Ellie. You have a son living in Crossbell City. Have you been able to get in contact with them? Not recently, no. I see. How worrisome. If I may make a suggestion, you could always try speaking with the defense force about returning to the city. No. I know my wife and Keens can look after themselves. It wouldn't be right to leave the hospital now. We'll never know what a patient is in critical condition might roll through our doors. You realize that, don't you, Lago? That is true. Part of my concern is you clearly put thought into this. Okay, so this is still the same. So like I said, some are different, some are the same. And if that's the case, we'll just have to talk to everyone, right? Oh, I'm in the middle of organizing the pharmaceuticals that were provided to us by the Defense Force. Sadly, the supplies aren't the best. However, pick these out for our patient is a complete amateur. We can get by with this for the time being, but it won't be enough to treat patients in critical condition. Well, I'm sure Dr. Gailey's worried about his family, but it hasn't slowed him down. He's doing everything he can for St. Ursula. I've been concerned about my family too, but I think I'll follow the doctor's lead and focus on helping Chief Ursuline for now. Oh, I somehow managed to find a spare part to replace one that was broken down. It turned out fine this time, but since it's a specialty component, we can't get a new one unless we order it from Remiferia. What a pickle. In the meantime, we're going to have to be careful with what we have. Very true. Alright. I think that is St. Ursula done. Everyone talked to once again. And like I said, a few were a little different. So, in that regard, it was worth it to me. So I think it's time to get back to the Macabre and head over the mains and see what we can find out there. Oh, welcome back everyone. Have you finished what you came here for? Yeah, let's go. The CGF resistance motivations differ vastly from those of Heyu, but in either case, they have chosen to oppose the President and his force. By no means will they allow that to continue. Time is of the essence. We should move quickly if you're set on making contact. Yes, we are.
さてと、参道方面にいるレジスタンス勢力だけど、まずはマインツを目指した方がいいのかな。
そうだな。マインツの様子も気になるところだし。ただ。
なるほど。 確かにそちらも気になるね。
Oh, I was already planning on it. It was already in my mind. Because who knows, maybe something he can do if he becomes allies with us. And who knows, maybe Randy or Ellie might be hanging out there with the resistance.
結社の13工房の一つ。確か以前機会があったら話を聞かせてくれるかもしれないとのことでしたね。そうなんですか。実は前に潜入しようと試みたことがあったんですが、地下の構造がものすごく複雑で諦めるしかなくって。
そうだったのか。
ヨルグか。しばらく顔を合わせていないが相変わらず壮健そうだな。
え、サイトもあのおじいさんと面識があるんですか？
互いの事情もある程度は知っている間柄だ。蛇の一員ではあるが呆れるくらい昔かたぎな職人でな。信用できる人物であるのは間違いないだろう。
そうか。
結社方面の情報も知りたいし、訪ねてみる価値はありそうだね。
マインツに向かう前に寄ってみましょうか。
なあ、そうしよう。
I am all for it, but there's one other detour I want to take before then, and that is I want to see how far we can get before the game tries to stop us here.
そこです。
Because technically we could also go to the... No, we can't. Okay. I'm guessing it's gonna be like one screen before we reach the end of it. Yeah, that is a new monster. The older ones we can just, let us say, shoot down, ask questions later. This one, however, needs a bit more persuading. Why not? I think we can rebuild the burst quite quickly if we wanted to. See, normal enemies we can just destroy with our beams. And the mole ones, yeah, we will fight them occasionally, but it's not a must. Ooh, there's a lot of them on the road, and for some reason my eye is not detecting them until the last moment. Alright, don't think we have to go to a fishing platform. And there it is, the barrier, okay. Okay, so it's technically not hurting us, but it's not letting us through either. Okay, so no different text, no like reaction to it. It is just as it is, because we've seen that barrier before. Alright. I guess for now we'll just head over to the doll studio and see what we can find out there.
Saてと、留守にしてないといいんだが。
この状況ですし、他の場所には出かけていないと思いますが。
出かけてはおらぬ。
わあ、
錬成か？
そろそろ来る頃だろうと思っていたぞ。
Yeah, if there was any time we needed to come by, I think now would be the right one. For one, to see how he's doing, what he knows of Ouroboros that he's willing to let go, and of course, can we get him to work with us? Maybe not directly, but maybe with some certain resources at some point?
案内役の人形さ。
入ってくるがいい。言うまでもないが、その子からはぐれたら身の保証はできんぞ。
相変わらずだな。
とりあえず話が早くて助かった。お邪魔させてもらおう。
ですね。
Yeah, and of course, it's also a show of respect, not to go too far off the beaten path.
珍しい客人もあったものだ。久しいな、新郎よ。
そうだな、人の子よ。さすがのお主も随分と老けたようだ。
Technically aside, you are immortal, so I don't think you age like a normal human.
相変わらず蛇どもに関わっているようだが。
しがらみというのは属性でなくともつきまとうもの。お主を縛っていた名役とて同じようなものであろう。
はは、違いない。
なんだかとんでもなく遠い話をしているような。
ああ、同じ世界の会話とは思えないな。
しかし聖杯のドミニオンにここに侵入しようとしていた東方人外の魔人か。なかなか個性的な顔ぶれが集まっているではないか。
確かに。
その説は失礼しました。
ヨルグマイスター、お話しした通り、俺たちは今この状況を何とかするために動いている最中です。特に結社の動きについて何かご存知ではないでしょうか。
すでに知っているかもしれんが、結社は今回黒井助の目的に協力しているだけの立場に過ぎ。
Yeah, I think in case of Ouroboros with the Croix family, I think it's just like us and Heiyu. As long as our objectives align, we'll work together, and just like they will together as well. But as soon as either one needs to go into a different direction, they'll drop each other at the drop of a hat. 100% for sure.
結社の計画、減塩計画はすでに次の部隊へ移行しているようだ。すなわちエレボニア帝国にな。
実際他の人やレギオンがそちらの方で動き始めていてね。僕らがクロスベルにそこまで戦力を割けないのもそのあたりが理由だったりするのさ。
そうだったのか。
大陸全土でいろいろなことが起こりすぎているみたいですね。
だが非常に厄介な3名がまだクロスベルに残っている。それも結社の中でも指折りの実力者たちだ。
道化師、カンパネルラ、そして使徒と呼ばれるノバルチスという博士とアリアンロードという女性ですね。
あの女性は一体何者ですか？
I wondered that as well. Could she be an immortal too? Or does someone who is exceptionally strong?
あの動きと反応、とても人の技とは思えません。
わしも詳しくは知らぬ。ただ凄まじい葬儀を使い、仁義にも熱い人物として結社では知られている。 付き従う戦乙女たちは皆彼女がいずこからか見出した上で稽古をつけているらしくてな。一人一人がレギオンに迫るほどの実力を持つらしい。
Well, in our own defense, Lloyd and the party are getting to the level of enforcer, so I think we're almost at that point that we could handle one-on-one. Not every single one of them, because there's a big power difference between every one of them, but I'm pretty sure we could take a few.
あのレンさんと同じくらい。
まあレギオンの能力は戦闘だけじゃないみたいだけど、それにしても計6人も厄介な相手が協力してるわけか。
でも協力しているだけということは、場合によったらクロスベルの今後の状況には深入りしない可能性が。
うん、そうかもしれんな。もっともノバルティスの若造は司法の力を受けた人形どもに興味津々なようだ。いずれにせよわしの情報では彼らの今後の予定はわからぬ。
そうですか。
なかなか一筋縄ではいかなさそうですね。ところで先ほどから少し気になっているんですが、パテルマテルを修理している最中なんですか？
うわあ
Yeah, it could hear you talking about it.
喋った。
まあちょっとしたメンテナンスのようなものだ。ノバルティスの若造はこの機体に随分就寝していた。今は新しい人形に夢中なようだから心配ないとは思うが、もし奪いに来たら逃がせるよう備えだけはしておこうと思ってな。
なるほど。
And let me guess, if it does escape, it will go straight to Ren.
いざという時は殲滅天使がいるリベールまで行かせるわけか。
Exactly, my thoughts exactly.
しかし聞いてる限りだとあの博士と随分仲が悪そうだね。
否定はせん。もともとこのゴルディアス級はわしの全てをかけて開発したものだ。それを途中で奪い去り、非道な接続試験までした挙句にレンのような幼子にはあてがったこと。なんとか接続が成功したとはいえ、その試み自体は許されざる所業だ。
Yeah, and I think that's the difference between him and Novartis, is basically Joerg has at least some moral viper to, well, be how he is. Because he is genuinely upset about what they did to Ren. And that already makes him a much better person. He still works for them, though.
確かに。
教団のした実験と大差ないかもしれません。
おまけに司法なしでは満足に稼働することもできぬ後継機どもを勝手に開発して。
Ooh, that's actually very valuable information. So if we can disconnect Kia's power from the 3 Aeons, that means they become inoperable. That's what he's saying, right? Very good information.
それをゴルディアス級の最終形などと臆面もなく言う厚かましさ。この場にいたらあの細首を締め上げてくれるところだ。
そうですか。
まあ落ち着け。相変わらず作品のことになると冷静ではいられないようだな。
まあそれはともかく、いかに高顔無知とはいえ応用を強化する技術にかけては天才的な頭脳を持つのは確かだ。わしが開発した人形兵器もあやつに改造強化された上で量産されていると聞いている。噂ではそれらの機体が塔や総員などにも配備されているらしいぞ。
Ah, great. I'm guessing at some point we'll have to fight them. We'll take them down.
あの塔の前にいたやつか。
確かにやたらと強そうな人形だったけど。
しかしそれらの場所に配備されているということは、やはり例の大金を守っているのでしょうか。
その可能性は高いだろう。 あのアーティファクトらしき大金については何か分かったらお前たちにも教えてやってもよい。
本当ですか？
へえ、さすがに気前が良すぎない？
こたびの顛末についてはわしも少々頭にきているからな。ノバルティスの若造もそうだが、わしが協力していたアルカンシェルをむちゃくちゃにされたこともある。
そういえば舞台装置やオートマタも全て破壊されたみたいですね。
うん、全て作り直しだろう。
See, I knew he would do that. Because he takes pride in his work, and if someone destroys it, he gets upset. I like Joerg, despite him working for Ouroboros, of course.
その意味で赤い星座とやらもそれを雇った黒い助の当主も個人的には許しがたい。娘の方はわしの人形の熱心なコレクターのようだが、それとこれとは話は別だからな。
なるほどね。
わかりました。正直とても助かります。大金について何か分かったらぜひご連絡をいただけると。
話を聞ければラッキーくらいに思っていましたが、協力までしてくれたのは予想外でしたね。
ああ、結社とは言ってもいろいろあるみたいだな。
まあだからこそ実態がつかめていない組織なんだけどね。
Well, to Ouroboros' credit, I've never got the feeling that they are forcing people to stay with Ouroboros, but for some reason they all do. Because the fact that Ren left to stay liberal with presumably Estelle and Joshua, it's not like they're going after her to take her back by force. It's like they're accepting the fact that it's their choice. Yes, they're still doing insane experiments and stuff like that, but there is a code with them that is weird for an organization like that. Makes it very intriguing, doesn't it?
でもあの老人に関しては信用しても問題なさそうだ。
そうですね。理由もあるみたいですし。
ヨルグならばいずれ有益な情報をもたらすだろう。まあ過度な期待はせずに連絡を待っているがいい。
なあ、そうするよ。さてと、そろそろ鉱山町に向かうか。レジスタンス勢力の動向も探っておきたいしな。
了解しました。
それじゃあ行こうか。
Alright, a very valuable session it was. And we can't go back in willy-nilly. There has to be a reason for it. Well, for now, I think we'll leave the episode here. We will go down the mountain and get to the bus station. From where we will head into the mountain path, where somewhere these rebels will be. Probably somewhere around Stargazer Tower, maybe? No, I think Stargazer Tower is of course at St. Ursula is the other one. But you know what I mean. At the ancient ruins. Or one of the side paths that's there, of course. But for now, well, we're trying just to blast every enemy away for just a little bit of extra bit. I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time as we hunt, well, I don't want to say hunt down the resistance, we're gonna search for the resistance. So we can talk to them, see who they are. Oh wait. Did I just take one step too far? Are we already being held back by the resistance? I'm guessing we're going in a bit of overtime here. Ah, them again. Alright, next time I'm saying I'm gonna leave the episode here, just stand still. Don't move while you're talking, because these are the things that can happen. Alright, we'll just smash on through them as quickly as we can. It's not that big. Yeah, the same cougars we fought before. Oh, just a little bit too far away to be extremely useful. Yeah, we want them all up and close. At least a little bit better than it is right now. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna aim for our party, because they are all trying to go get closer to us. Some might be a bit smarter than that. Alright, you do, you hit them all. I couldn't I? But maybe I want to save what I have for something else. No. Come on, Theo. Oh, come on. She should have been able to survive that. At least I was counting on that. Oh well, that is my mistake. Yeah, it needs to be this one, or else he just goes down just as quickly as we put her back up again.
トンネル道の方に逃げた。
ひょっとしてマインツ方面で動きがあったのかもしれません。赤い星座が本格的にレジスタンス狩りを始めたとか。
ありそうだね。となると今のは部隊の後方を警戒する哨戒任務中だったのかな。
その可能性は高いかと。何らかの意図を持って撤退していったみたいですし。
マインツ方面に急ごう。 グズグズしていたらレジスタンスたちが危ない。
Yeah, I think that assessment of Riksha is very, very clear. If the constellation is here,
そこです。
there's a very good chance they're going after the resistance, and we cannot have that. So for now, we're gonna leave it here. Yeah, just like what I said before, and everything that goes with it. And I still wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. Just don't forget that like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. I will probably still recover at the Makaba, and then we're gonna head over to Mains and see what's going on there. But for now, see you next time. Bye bye.